Hello, specific person love readings. So whether you're in like full-blown connection with this person, or whether you're kind of like, oh my God, I can't even tell you, this is some kind of weird situationship, God knows what kind of ship, we're just on some kind of weird vibe with each other, okay for that too. Or if it's for your ex or somebody that you're just kind of thinking about, definitely you should be here. The card has fallen on the floor already. We are going to look at the energies of what's going on for you. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you pick it up, it will be the right time for you to get a message. Okay, we're going to look at the energy. Oh my God, we're going to look at the energies. We've got cards falling on the floor already. We're going to look at, oof, gosh, a lot of fire. What's going on with your person? What do you need to know? What's going on behind the scenes? Is there anything kind of just lurking in the background? I'm feeling like there might be already, and I've only pulled 2 cards, but I'm feeling like we might be unearthing some stuff today. Okay, so grab yourself a drink, pause the video if you need to, and let's get stuck in. Right, okay. I got 2 cards that fell on the floor. Should we look at those first? Very interestingly, we've got the Page of Wands, which of course we've got the association with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but also with a message coming in which is fast and not particularly well thought out. So for some of you that are in separation from this person, you may be getting a message which you might have been dying to get, but rather than it being a beautifully crafted, poetic message, it's more like somebody they either do it when they're drunk, or they do it when they just absolutely have to, but they can't think straight. So it comes out really blunt. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that. And then the other card that just wanted to join it on the floor is the Knight of Wands. So this progresses to more. So the theme I'm getting here is a blunt and clumsy opener from somebody. Could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag, but also could be somebody who is just fired up. Maybe they've been sitting on this for a while. Maybe it's been coming for a while. Maybe you've been, no contact with this person or whatever it is. This is, it's almost like, imagine if you were trying to do a text message and you had comedy hands, like a clown hand, like a big glove thing on, and you were trying to text with it and you couldn't. That's what it feels like to me. So sometimes when spirit comes through like that, what you're actually getting is that someone's drunk, or that somebody's half asleep, or that they're not thinking straight, or whatever it is. So I'm getting somebody texting and their hand is too big to text and they're like trying to hit the keys. That's weird, isn't it? You also might get butt dialed, or you might get them texting you, but it's for someone else, or they're pretending it's for someone else, or it's just the spelling, the grammar, or the syntax, or whatever. I can just imagine you now coming back to them going, thank you for the message. I think you'll find I've gone through Grammarly and I've corrected it. The syntax is back in order. Everything is much better now. Do you know what I mean? I can just imagine you doing that. It's going to be clumsy, but it's going to be very passionate. Because the one thing the Page of Wands is and the Knight of Wands is high on the pash factor. Okay? High on the pash factor, low on the eloquence factor. Sometimes that's okay, isn't it? Sometimes, and this is also something that's coming in for me, and I don't know if this is for you. I think that very well crafted and very long text messages can be a red flag. Leave me a comment. What do you think? I think if you've got that much to say and you've curated it that carefully, why aren't you saying it? And this isn't that. This isn't a long and well curated text message. This is a blurt. Okay, it's a blurt. Okay, so one more card has come in. Oof, look at you. Look at you. 10 of Wands. I'm trying to show you the stars. Anywho, 10 of Wands. I'm going to get another one to go with it because I don't know if this is you or if this is them. I think this might be you. I'm feeling it's you actually. Yeah. Okay. So I've got the Ten of Wands and it's pairing up with the Knight of Swords. So we could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but also the Knight of Swords. Notice we've got 2 knights already, and the knights are about messages. This is a lot about communication, messages, first messages, small, large, how much is going to be in there, are they going to cut to the chase? That whole bit is there. The Knight of Swords cuts absolutely to the chase. You know, there's no, again, it's got something in common with the Knight of Wands in that a message, Knight of Swords style-y, well, it's not going to be incoherent. It's going to be, but it is going to be maybe short and blunt again, but with a lot more information packed inside. Now, when I get it paired with the Ten of Wands, I'm just getting the feeling that you're at the point, some of you, and let me know if you are in the comment section, because I'm really, really feeling this right now. I'm feeling it go through your bones right now. I'm feeling weariness, a sense of weariness. Now, I'm also getting an emotional exhaustion. And with it being a 10, it can be sometimes that you have come to a certain point with something. You know, that you've come, I'm getting boys to men now, end of the road. That you're feeling like if something doesn't happen soon, that you're going to drop this bundle. And I don't think that's how you felt about it before. This could also be about other things in your life, you know, that you have a lot going on, maybe financially, maybe you're doing something at college or university or at work or with family, or you've got family responsibilities, children, parents, whatever. You have a full plate, let's say, and you really need the real deal to cut through that. Otherwise, I think some of you are reaching a point where, and I thought this would happen, you know, when I did the July readings. So there's check them out. The July readings is one for each star sign. I kind of felt there was a lot of Tower going on in a lot of those readings. A lot of Tower and some Seven of Swordsy stuff. And it's just where you reach a point where you think, I can't keep going on in confusion. I can't keep carrying these thoughts. I can't keep carrying these feelings. And what I need is something that is communicated fresh and clean. I need things to move. I need communication to move. I need this person to move on with their message. I need the universe to be clear, and I need to be very clear with this person. And I need them to be clear with me back. You know, you're feeling that strain. Let's have a looky-see down at the cards as well. So this is a general reading, by the way. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of you anyway, actually. I just have that feeling. Let me know in the comments section. If it really turns out to be your story, there will be an extended reading. And in the extended, we tend to get a bit weird and channel messages from your person and just take all the cards from the YouTube reading and really, really go for a big old dig while drinking a cup of tea and having some biscuits, in my case, or a Twix. So, okay. Let's do that. A bit shiny, aren't they? Shall we have a look then at what are the major, I don't want to call them problems, but things. What's the major things facing you that are making you feel this Ten of Wands? Okay. What's the major situation, issues, whatever we want to call it? My friend always calls it tissues. I love that. I've got tissues, or they've got tissues. Ah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'll hold these up to the camera as well. Yeah, okay, this makes complete sense to me. So we have the Five of Cups. I always think this is a really good Five of Cups, this one. It's got somebody like the Five of Cups always has, lamenting what's gone, what's lost, what never happened, what coulda, woulda and shoulda. You know, there's coulda, woulda and shoulda in those cups. Then we've got two cups behind that the person isn't ready to look at yet. And of course, the Two of Cups is the Two of Cups. It's a relationship. So you may have found yourself, I think lamenting is a good word actually, in that feeling of, oh God, I can't keep waiting for this. I can't keep waiting for this to happen. Now, that's a good sign to yourself. Because when you feel that, it's like an uncomfortable feeling. It's an itchy feeling. And I guess it's what they call becoming too painful to stay the same. You know, when it becomes painful to stay the same. And then next to it, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, I like to call her the Queen of Velvet Waiting. And it's waiting in a good way. But all the same, when you're unpacking the Ten of Wands and you've got it with the Five of Cups, you're still on hold in some way. And what I'm getting for you as some advice here from the tarot, and we'll have a look at that as well, is don't put yourself on hold for this person. It doesn't mean you can't have this person. It doesn't mean it's never going to happen. But if you're putting things on hold, what that's doing for the universe is putting the energy on hold as well, all your energy on hold. And the universe wants the energy of things moving, like the Knight of Wands, like the Page of Wands, like the Knight of Swords. You want movement, but the universe wants movement too, but the universe wants movement for you as well. Let's have a look at that. I want to unpack this feeling of being on hold. Tell me about being on hold. Tell me about waiting. Tell me what we need to know now. Oh, God, it never disappoints, does it, the tarot? Death card. Woof. Scorpio energy, but also the energy of everything must go. Absolute change from the depths, from the bottom up. So this is not a card that says, yeah, you can hang on to this and you can kind of build it up and all the rest of it and you can half-ass it. The universe is saying to you here, you can't half-ass this. Please don't. If you need to cut your ties, that might be the best solution. And I don't mean that you can never come back to it. Sometimes when you absolutely move yourself out of the energy of a situation, it absolutely changes the energy of the other person. But you can't be doing it just for that. The universe wants you to do this just for you. Okay, just for you. I don't think I compare anything with the Death card. I don't think I particularly want to, but what I'm going to look at is what's holding you back from doing that. Ooh, this is Orcs. Oof! Thought it was. That's what's holding you back. Eight of Swords. I mean, the Eight of Swords is the ultimate in what's holding you back kind of cards, isn't it? So we always have with the Eight of Swords, this has got like a rainbow puddle, which is really nice. there are 8 swords and a blindfolded person, and they can't see that there is a way out. There's a way out the front. They can never see it. So it's Jupiter in Gemini. And again, it's air sign energy, but it's the energy of expansion, but your mental state won't let you see beyond something. It's very important with the connection that you have with this person, and especially if you have a history of this and you need to look over, you know, your most significant relationships. And that doesn't mean the longest ones, it just means the most significant ones. You may have a history of scarcity, of people who are out of your reach or feel like they're out of your reach. And the universe wants to do a Control Alt Delete on this whole situation. Cards are kind of disappearing from me. Can I have card number 2 on what's holding you back, please? Thank you, Tarot. Okay. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. 7 of Pentacles comes when somebody has put a certain amount of effort into something. There's a word for this and I can't remember what it is, so let me know in the comments section. And also, if any of you could drop your star sign in the comments section, you can either just say it or put the little glyph. I'm just really interested which star signs are watching the reading, so that would be great, okay, if you could do that. 7 of Pentacles. Somebody is looking at the harvest. It's like, I've done this much work. You know, I've put this much effort into something. And I don't really want to cut my losses on this thing, this person, this relationship. I've tried so hard, I've, you know, sweated cobs, as my mum would say, and I've put this much effort into it. And that is making you stay. But the universe just wants to let you know that the opposite is true, which is really weird. So the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles puts a lot into waiting on this throne. She's glamorous, she's interesting, she's got what she's wanting is there and she's holding on to it. She's spiritual, she's got everything going on. But the universe doesn't want you in the waiting energy, okay? It doesn't want you in that energy. It wants you in marching forward energy, which is really difficult to achieve sometimes. Let's have a look at what's going on with your person. Because I noticed that's kind of missing here a bit. There's a lot about what's going on about you, but where does this put your person in the grand scheme of things? So let us have, please, some info on what is going on with this person. All of the pages in the Knights are coming out, aren't they? Ooh, look at your person. Okay. Kind of get this. So your person is coming up here as the Page of Swords. Now, remember you had the Knight of Swords before, and you wanted this person to be behaving like the Knight of Swords, or you're at a stage where you need things to be like the Knight of Swords. In other words, cutting through the flakiness, the BS, or whatever it is, and delivering an actual message and coming forward, and the momentum of things actually going forward. It's really, really important. And I would say probably when we're in air sign seasons, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and your person is at the stage of the Page where, you know, those trousers really need some fashion police attention, don't they? We've got Page of Swords is the very junior part of messages. It's the beginning. It's the thought of something. It's the inkling of something. I keep getting, oh God, I had this before. What was it in? In another reading that I did. It's been in a couple of readings recently, and I feel like this is also in this one. So I keep getting images of someone behind a glass wall of some kind, a bit like a sweet shop, you know. But I'm not getting the sweet shop thing, I'm just getting the glass wall. So your person behaves as if there is a glass wall that prevents them from reaching their phone, that prevents them from using their voice, that prevents them from connecting. I gather, and I'll know if you leave your star sign in the comments section, well, and also whether you're an empath or not, because I'm having a big feeling as an empath to you, fellow empaths, that this is, you're very empathic, and that having a situation, and you can feel this glass wall with this person, and having a situation like that is painful to your empathic soul. Then I get the 5 of Pentacles for your person. Now the 5 of Pentacles is like deliberate solitary loneliness. You see here we've got the jazzy church, we've got this gorgeous window. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? And these two, even though they've got their nice swirly things on, these two people are not in a good position. There's poverty here and there's difficulty. But they could go into that church, but they don't want to. And they pass it by, hobbling in the snow. And 5s, and we already had a 5. Do you remember we had 5 of Cups? I'll go back to the cards, hang on. So up here we had the 5 of Cups with the Queen of Velvet Waiting, the Queen of Pentacles. So we already had that. And we know that 5s are a disruptor. So your person coming up as the 5 of Pentacles has had moments in their life where they want to communicate and they don't. Where they pick up their phone and they can't. I'm getting this image of them with the silly hand. You know when you go to a sports thing and people have that big finger and they put it like that? It's like that. They feel like the hands are enormous. And this is weird. I'm not saying this is actually what your person does, but metaphorically, this is what I'm receiving. You're like, that gemstone tarot, she's a lunatic. Maybe. So this is a card of choice in some ways. You know, somebody chooses not to go into the church and partake of all that stuff. Somebody chooses to stick at junior level with the message. Your person at the moment is a bit frozen in time and a bit stuck behind glass. Interesting. I bet you empaths will have already had a feeling of this yourselves. And for some of you, and this is really important, for some of you this might be physically manifesting. Like you lose your voice around this person, or you get a blocked ear or something like that. I'm also getting like sinuses for some of you. No idea why. Hay fever, allergies, all of that stuff. Like you're almost becoming allergic to this. Oh, I'm glad. Not that you're becoming allergic. I'm glad we've got the Ace of Swords for your person. Right. Jolly good. We've got the Ace of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, rubbing my hands together in glee. Okay, it's about time. It is about time. And I don't mean isn't that weird? I don't mean it's about time as in we're concerned with time. I mean it's about time, what took you so long, okay? That's the kind of about time that I mean. You've got the Ace of Swords here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Ace of Swords is the ultimate in epiphany. I always want to say it puts the fanny back in epiphany, but I can't, but I just did. It's swing, like up the crown chakra, direct hit energy. Your person is going to get a direct message to be direct. I know, it's like some kind of weird riddle. This is particularly so if they're an air sign or a fire sign. Particularly so for them. And many of you are water signs. I'm just picking up on that, so I'm just going to say it. Or you've got moon in water, Venus, or rising in water. Because this is the disconnect. We don't at the moment have any water cards. And I feel that. I feel it a lot. And I think you feel it too, because that is the feeling side of things. Got the Wheel of Fortune turning up for your person as well. And this unlocks some of this epiphany that your person has. I'm really keen on this particular part of the reading because there's a lot of vagueness, there's a lot of trappedness, there's a lot of struggle with your person actually, fair dues. But there's a lot of elected struggle with your person as well. They're a person who chooses to be behind glass. God, it's very strong. It's coming through really powerfully. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonates. And do hit the like button. If it is resonating, give it a good old whack for me. Because that tells me. It also tells YouTube. Oi, YouTube. Ba-ching! This is resonating with me. Because I tell you what, this is resonating with me for you, if that makes sense. Sometimes, and it's really weird, I'm going to own it, it's really weird when I'm doing these readings, because this isn't live, this is recorded, but I can feel your energy when I'm doing the reading, even though I haven't uploaded it yet. And this is one of those times. That's a card. So let's have a look at where we're heading. The Guru or the Hierophant. In the extended reading, my God, I'm going to look much, much, much further into your person. We're going to peek behind the veil. We're going to walk in their shoes a little bit too, I think. See through their eyes. Look at some timelines as well and some strategies for you. I think you're going to need that. Wow, this is great. There's getting a lot about allergies and it's giving me an itchy cheek. I normally get an itchy nose, but I'm getting allergies as I'm doing this reading. It's giving me an itchy cheek. So I don't know how that resonates with you, and I need you to let me know how it resonates with you, please. Yeah. Okay. So where we're heading here, we have the Guru, which is the Hierophant, and the Strength card, which I rather like. The Hierophant is good in terms of things like commitment because it represents things like marriage. You know, conventional commitment. But it's also a learning thing. It's like the High Priest. I feel like you and this person are about to go on like an evolutionary learning journey about yourselves in a way and about each other. And the Strength card is self-knowledge. Know thyself. Feel it thyself and put it into action as a spiritual plan. So it feels like your person gets an epiphany, and that in itself gives them a bit of a spiritual plan. Your spiritual plan is born out of the Ten of Wands, which is having tried empathic ways, you have become lodged or stuck or broken or stuck behind the line, like the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Communication, again, movement, forward movement. But it runs straight into the Five of Wands. Once you and this person start talking, it's just the beginning. It's not plain sailing. It's not awful because the Five of Wands isn't. It's just the way you communicate with each other might need some tweaking. But I'm glad that the momentum comes and that the major arcana shows up at the end as well. Gosh. Leave me a comment. Leave me your star sign in the comments section, please. If you want to. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't. I'm going to go and do the extended reading now. So if you want to join me with that, and we'll get straight onto it, it will be the first link in the YouTube description box for this video. Let's get to it. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.